So right now we are going to learn about the merging concept. So what is this merging concept is all about is basically, now we've also understood about merging previously. How? If we talk about it, like we had this branch, right? So it was master, right? Now if there is two branch, let's assume, and it is maybe dev bn and it is dev hindi, right? And the factor is like you have this one and it is better not to add this devian or something. The reason is maybe feature is much more better because these are totally different. Maybe feature 1 and it is feature 2. Now feature 1 was created by Naim and feature 2 was created by Shariar. Great. Okay, now the master had the code of creating a, we mentioned, like a website, and the website was working. But Naim started thinking, okay, let's add some features. So his code was basically like it started adding, and there is some changes he made, like this kind of changes in this portion. Okay, and Sharia did one thing. He also made the same changes, made not the same changes, but changes in the same area. But it was something. The thing was quite different, right? Maybe something like of 8 or something. So the features are kind of different, or the design is kind of different, and they created a commit for that. Okay, now the thing is that you have to decide, okay, what I want to go for. Now if you decide, okay, Naim's feature is better, you can just merge it to the master branch. How? Okay, you can just merge it from the from branch. Okay, so you can just merge it, and after merging, what will happen, you're going to create this one. So actually master branch will now have both of these features, but Sharia's feature will not be here. That's the thing. Also, if you want that feature, if only if the cores or something that if those don't affect this side, you can also merge this as well. There's no problem, surely. Okay, now let's proceed with where we left off in the previous lab. Okay, so we were here in the let's go move to this location. Great, we moved to this location, and currently we are in the frogs and ogs branch. Okay, so if we check out this one, like this one, frogs and ogs here. So from these frogs and ogs, okay, should be available. Okay, how many stories are currently available in the master? So now let's see how many stories are available. 2. We have currently 2 stories available in the master. Stories are currently available. Okay, no issues. In any way, like previously we just had only lion and mouse.txt, but currently we have both. Okay, so that is the thing. So frogs and ox, but oh, my bad, sorry again. We are currently in the frogs and ox. Okay, surely that was the thing I was basically asking, like how was it changed. Maybe I thought maybe the lab has been changed. No, basically if you go to the master, it will be just one by now, right? That is what I was thinking of, right? Because we had these one only, and we are currently in the frogs and ox. That is what I was worried. So that is why we have 2. But if we move to here, like git checkout, here if we go to here and ask for it, we can just we can see we have just one file, right? So how many stories are available? Only one. That's good. Okay, great. Now what's the name of this story in the master? We have just lion and mouse, right? Great. Now an interesting factor is, like just like this example here, the feature can be added to here. So the question or query right now is basically related to here is we are not worried about head or something. We're not worried about others. We just know there is like kind of 2 commits out here in these frogs branch, and here in master we have 2 also, but we have just one file. So if we want to merge these commits into this master branch, and then we will have files and commits, and so all of the things we will have. How many branches does the repository currently have? How many branches? How many branches does the repository? That means how many branches are here in this location. So we can just ask for git branch. You can see we have just two branches, master and story frogs. Sorry, frogs and ox. The new story Sarah wrote in story frogs and ox branch. It's time to merge the branch and bring it to the master. So that's the thing we were talking. So Sarah has finished writing these one, right? If we just maybe I would say we can create this one again. That is fresh, and we can work on it later on. Okay. Now it is in the master, and we have this, and this is basically frogs and ox. This is basically maybe a story, right? Story. So yeah, that's the thing, story. And we know we have two commits out here one and here one, and we have these and these. And by now we also know we have just one file here, lion and mouse, and we have here obviously it has this branch has lion and mouse also, and frogs and ox file. Great. Now what we want is we want to merge it to the master so that we can get these like frogs and ox and also these commits too. Okay. Great. Now the new story Sarah wrote here branch. It's time to merge the branch and bring it to the master branch, and that's great. But before that, look at the log of the master and story. So right now currently just check it out, like git log. In the master we had just two, right? Just let me check in the one line format. We have two, right? And also let's give it the master. Now here in this example you can see these have these logs, like commits have changed, right? Okay, so my bad. Where's that image gone? Okay, great. Here. Great. Okay. So if we just move it here, right? So things have changed by now, right? What has changed? Like, as you know, this is basically different lab. So the hash has changed because when creating all of the things, actually it was automated, so they ran all of the things. So this has changed, but in general it doesn't happen. This is only for the lab, so we don't need to worry about this. But although I will write it down just for and in another labs you will see these do change, because every time we create a lab, things are started by and they create a lot of stuffs. They create these commits of their own. Okay, now you can see 4270 and it has 397C. And if we want to check out the log of let's say this branch copy, so we can also do that. We just need to mention and one line. Okay, here you can see we have three commits, and you know the reason, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so you can see 4270 is there common, but other two are not there. Okay, which are basically 9E8 and these are this is basically 484D, right? So these are not common, so that means we just checked it out. Now now it has asked like how many commits are there. So in master we have 2, and in this one story frogs and ox we have 3. 2 and 3 is done. Great. Now let's move to another. Now correct. Okay, we don't need to look for that. We have understood. While in the master branch, merge this branch. That means first move to the master. So we are now merging this one. Okay, merging this whole branch into here. So after doing that, what will happen? Basically, after doing that, what will happen is within the master, these two commits will be there out there committed. These two will be created. Okay, these two will be out there after merging. Now, so to do that, we have to first move to the master branch and then actually write the command, and this branch will be copied here. So that is the thing. We have to move to that the target branch first of all. So we have already in the target branch, which is master. Okay. Now we have to just write git merge and then the branch name. Okay. Okay. So now you can see there is something sort of merge branch which we want to. We are not actually worried about it, but we can write down something maybe if we want. Okay, no issues. Escape WQ. Just don't want to do anything. Just when you are merging the branch, you can add some text on that. Okay, now it has been merged. Now, as you know, as the things have changed, now if you check out the master branch, so it has been merged. That means all of the contents of this branch, like frogs and ox and lion, etc., are now here. Okay, so we just don't need these texts because you will now understand the concept. Now you know these things are also common out here. So just for your reference, I may just clear this out. For your reference, we can just draw it down. And you can just understand like this is basically this and this is basically this. Okay, so we have done that. So in the master, we should now have 4 logs, right? We're currently in the master. Now let's check if it is there. Let's press one line and see. Okay, we should have one, but when we are merging a branch, we by default we create another commit. That's one thing. Okay, so we had 2 and we have another commit which was just for the record purpose that hey, in this time master actually merged all of the thing. All of the times we actually keep commit just for the record purpose, so anyone, for any developer, they can understand when the things happen, when the things change. The reason is simple. Let me just understand. So this is like I can write the merge. Okay, now the reason is simple. Why? Now think of the moment. From this moment, master will have all of the files. Now assume this guy just there is a admin, another admin comes up and he says okay, he or she says okay, I don't want these changes, I don't want these to be merged. So if that person revert this, that means undo this change, this master will just have these 2 commits. Then these will be gone, right? These 3 came up just because these 2 came up from here, these 2 commits, and this is for merging, like merging this whole branch. Okay, but this branch do exist. Still it does exist, because how can we understand git, oh sorry, my bad, again mistake. You can see the 2 branches. So branches, after merging, the content obviously is there, but the branch doesn't go away, right? Great. Now if prompt for commit message, okay, no issues. Okay, great. Now let's clear this place. Okay, check the log of the master branch and see how many commits. We have seen it is 5, right? Awesome. Great. Now git merge all of the commits we made in the branch master, but since we made an additional commit on master, git created new merge commit. Okay. Surely in the master, yeah, we know that. List the files in the master branch and make sure both the stories are available. So let's see if we have both. Yeah, now you can see we have both, right? Previously the frogs and ox file was only here. Now master have all, right? Okay, great.